Hello YouTube, and I am still alive. I have survived the surgery and I'm in the process of recovering. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little look at how I am looking, how the wounds are healing. Today I'm going to go for my first little walk. Since surgery I have basically just focused on trying to recover as much as possible. First time I left the house was last night, which is Wednesday, and that was to go to the cinema. But today is the first day that I'm going to actively go for a little walk. I'm just going to take a wee walk down into Hesel Square. I've got a couple of things that I need to print out because I'm doing a mock show day for my clients tomorrow. As you can see, I'm still wearing the compression vest. I've got today and tomorrow left of the penicillin, then the medication stops. And what I'm going to do is I'm also going to show you what supplements and peptides I am using for recovery. But I've basically just been keeping to my routine with getting my work done. That time that I would usually use for training in the afternoon is like a 3-hour window. So I've taken that 3 hours and scattered it into other parts of my day. So I've not been getting up as early so that I can prioritise getting as much sleep as possible. I've been doing my work a little bit later, so I've not been starting check-ins until about 6:30 rather than 5:30. And then that way what it's allowing me to do is to get a nap late morning and then a nap mid-afternoon. As we all know, sleep is the biggest tool for recovery that you've got, regardless of what supplements, peptides you're taking. So I've been trying to maximise that the best I can, and obviously staying on plan with my food as well. I've already been a wee bit more active today. I've done all the housework. I've done 2 loads of washing because obviously it starts to build up, and you know, I'm feeling good. I actually don't want to get ahead of myself, but I feel like I could get in the gym and train legs. Obviously we're not going to do that, we're going to see it out for the whole week, but I'm feeling really positive with how the recovery is going. Don't like my body like this, obviously. I'm really watery, upper abdomen's really inflamed. I've been on penicillin, so even my gut is distended, but it's not a nice look, very flat because I've no trained. But as you can see, we're healing up nicely. Still very red, still very raw looking, and very puffy, bruised. And because I've had compressions on my chest, it's flattened everything round about it, so don't look the best, but we can't argue for 6 days post-surgery. Today's obviously the first day that I've been out and about moving, and feels pretty good, to be honest. Just prioritising the sleep and getting those naps in has helped massively, along with making sure that I'm well hydrated. So what I've done is I've just taken the focus away from the fact that I can't train, because to be honest that's what I was afraid of. I was just really worried as to how that was going to affect me, but because I've been so focused on the recovery, the week has actually gone really quickly, and I've just filled that time with extra work. Been reading a lot as well. I love reading just now, so that's definitely helped, and basically making sure that I've got everything on point so that I can get through this as quickly as possible. But supplementation and peptide use has been major. When it comes to supplementation, there's a couple of things that you have to remember. Consistency is key. There is no point in hammering all these supplements unless you're going to have your routine in check, your nutrition in check, and your hydration in check. Now, in particular to me, because I'm obviously trying to recover from a surgery, it puts a lot of stress on your body. Now, with that, taking penicillin as well is going to have a negative impact on your digestive tract, especially for somebody like me whose digestion is always good because I'm always looking after it. So the minute you go and you start taking any sort of antibiotic, penicillin, whatever that may be, you'll often find that you can become quite bloated. Now, if we're not able to digest our food, nutrients aren't going to get to where they need to go, and it's going to slow down the recovery. So to keep digestion on point, I will have 1 serving of Digest Pharma Pro each day from Chain by JP before I eat any food. Along with that, I make sure that I have a serving of Stressless from Full Bore Sports. Now, this is a bit of a wonder supplement. I find with this, it's a bit of a one in all, if you call it that. You know, with this, it reduces oxidative stress massively, okay? Now, I'm looking for my immune system to strengthen quickly, and this does the job. Alongside that, it improves cognitive function. So in the morning when I'm wanting to be productive in my work, this is a game changer. Reduces the cortisol levels, helps me de-stress so that I can focus on the task in hand. And along with that, when you're reducing your cortisol levels, when you're properly hydrated, that way you're going to be able to, you know, improve your digestive system as well. Now, obviously with my body being through a lot of trauma, I'm trying to reduce as much inflammation as I possibly can. And the biggest tool for recovery is always going to be sleep. Nothing else will beat that. So in order to improve my sleep, I've been having 2 milligrams of magnesium each night before I go to bed. No milligrams, sorry, 2 grams, which is 2,000 milligrams. So I've been having 2 servings of this before I go to my bed at night, about 20-30 minutes beforehand, and I've been sleeping so much better, waking up feeling fresher, less stressed as well. Along with it, I've been taking curcumin, because curcumin reduces the inflammation in your body. I am retaining a lot of water just now, as you could see from, you know, my shots. I'm trying to reduce that stress impact and puffiness within my physique, so I'm having 2 servings in the morning, 2 servings in the evening. And again, like I said, hydration is key, so I'm taking in 5 litres plus of water each day. And with it being so warm, I'm sweating a lot because I've got this compression vest on all the time. So I'm having to replace the electrolytes that I'm losing. Best way to do that is Hydromax. So I'm taking up to 3 servings of this on a daily basis. A serving in the morning, 1 in the afternoon, 1 in the evening. I find if you take too much, it can be detrimental because then it causes you to be gassy. And we don't want that, you know, it's all about balance. So, making sure that I keep my hydration on point, my digestion on point, my sleep on point, and trying to reduce stress as much as I can from a mental aspect and a physical aspect on my body is certainly speeding up the recovery process. Now, with all of these supplements that you can see here, you will find these at fullboresportsnutrition.com, and you can use my code Kenny10, you'll get a discount off all of them. Now, for the peptides. Now, first off, just because you inject it does not mean it's a steroid. So mum, if you're watching, I'm not taking any more steroids. These are basically amino acids. We've got BCP 157 and TB 500. Now with these work in combination. If you have seen the Marvel movies, X-Men or Wolverine, you will know that the Wolverine recovers super quick. This is known as the Wolverine stack because it helps you recover super quick. Now, dosaging on this is variable, okay? But the way that I'm going to dose this is by splitting the TB and the BCP. Now with TB 500, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 5 milligrams, which is half a vial, on a Wednesday, and another 5 milligrams, which is the other half a vial, on a Saturday. Every single day, I'm going to take 2.5 milligrams of BCP 157. Now, what this is going to do is just rapidly deposit amino acids into my body. So because my body has been under so much stress and because it's trying really hard to recover, the only amino acids that I'm intaking is from my food. So I'm basically going to accelerate that by injecting amino acids into the body to speed that up. That's my dosage, that's my supplements. It's been working a treat, and I reckon that another 2 weeks of running that supplement stack and these peptides, it's going to massively put me ahead of the game, and it's going to have me in a position where I'll be able to get in the gym much, much sooner than I thought.